In episode 17 of Enigmatica 6 Expert, we create a lot of bees, including nether bees, the netherite bee, the blaze bee and the ghast bee, the diamond and emerald bees, a whole host of alloy bees including lumium, bronze, brass, and then we attempt to do some create, which inevitably didn't go to plan. I hope you enjoy the episode. Let's get it on. If I used a fluid tower like this for honey, and I use advanced connectors, if I create a fluid here and we want to insert, we can pick a direction at which to insert, so it won't basically put them in all of them. That's the idea anyway, and we can test that theory out by extracting from the oil comb and inserting into one side on this, although I don't believe there's any. Still haven't got any honey, so we'll see what happens when we get some honey into that killer centrifuge. Right, so we've eventually got our one bucket of honey. Let's see whether we can bucket it. We can, and while we've got the bucket, we can set this filter to the lapis lazuli honey. And now that we have our bucket of lapis lazuli honey, we've got to put it in the smeltery. One way to do it is to create a seared channel. Don't know why I hit request again. I don't want another set. We can use this one just to get the liquid in. Put your seared faucet like that. The seared channel, sorry. Put the tank here. The faucet on it. We'll put the honey back in. And then we should just be able to do that, and it goes on into the channel and then back into the smeltery. And there we have it. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that, and we don't need that there. No, get off. Right, so what we have to do now is we have to melt our aluminium bee. Now the one thing we have to do is stop it coming out. So I need to throw a cover over the top of the smeltery, and we'll just use glass. It's already mostly covered. So if I pop it down there and block over, there's our bees just popped its clogs. Hopefully that's given us enough. And it's not 100 buckets per bee. $500 and $500. Does need 1400 degrees. Yeah, that's only 1000. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how you got the larvae. Needs to be hotter. And now I've got some blazing blood in there. We've now got our alloyed molten cobalt bee. It took a bit to get that. To go into the nether and grab a couple of blazes and put them into the smeltery and then mess around with tanks and get the lava out, so on and so forth. So what you do to make the cobalt bee is take a bee jar, put it in there, and with 500 millibuckets of the molten cobalt bee, we can pour that over the bee jar. And voila, we have our cobalt bee. And if you're wondering where I got this aluminium lava from, when the bee died in the smeltery, it left that in there. So I wondered myself where they came from, because there's no recipe for them. Let's have you back. Right, let's check what the cobalt bee's flower is. That looks like any flower. Okay. And his comb gives... oh, manilium nuggets. That's nice. That's very nice. Hopefully he's not going to fight anybody. And there we have him. On Cobalt Bee. So a sooty bee turns into the blaze bee and is pollinated by the glowstone bee, and that gives the blaze bee. So 2 blocks down and get out. Puts a trapdoor level with the floor, and we're going to mutate a sooty bee, so that bee goes into the bottom and close the trapdoor. And then we need to put the glowstone bee in this hive. So the glowstone bee will get pollination from the flower, and then when he's set to go back to there, he should pollinate the bee that's under the trapdoor. You can see he actually pushes up top, and there it's done. You can see all the particle effects, and there is our blaze bee. So I'll leave that in because we're going to do some more. The blaze bee needs the cake as a flower, so there's no point leaving him in there. Magma crucible, we can put our magma cream in there. Yeah, I'll pick those up, so yeah. Easy enough to get. Just need the 3 buckets of magma cream, which we're melting down here. And there it is. So hopefully we can book it direct from the... yep. Lovely. And that's 1 magma cake. Now, what does the blaze bee give us in produce? So it's blaze rods and sulfur chunks, which the sulfur chunks should grind into sulfur. Oh, grinds into this sulfur, which then grinds into dust. Okay. So for the ghast bee we need a creeper bee. And I have not seen a creeper bee. I've seen a beeper, but not a creeper. Now the question is the beeper a renamed creeper bee because of the TNT bag? So let's look at the ghast bee in here. Yeah, you see it says beeper. It's beeper. So beeper gets mutated by the blaze bee and turned into a ghast bee. So beeper bee in the trapdoor. We put the blaze cake down and the blaze bee. So you can see the bees. Oh, sets himself on fire. That's interesting. Or is that the magma cake? That's the cake. So the blaze bee Now, did that work? It did. We have the Ghast bee, so we can go ahead and make our diamond bee now. So we'll pop these two in here. Our diamond bee is quartz and lapis. And we need 2 blocks of quartz and a block of lapis. Oh, sneaky. Oh, ouch. Of course I got stuck down there. Because there's no way out of the pit. Oh, there is. Damn. Oh, crap. Looks like he's despawned. Right, okay, so we need to dig this, dig a channel out here. And we want to funnel out onto a belt. So, belt, oh no, we can rotate that. No, rotate that. And then a belt, probably not to there, probably to there. Need a bit more room here. Belt, but oh, I've only got one. Needs to go down one more. Hate to say it. That is really in the wrong place. It needs to be up alongside. Just get these wheels set up. I'm going to set them up out here. What am I doing? Doesn't work like that. Put a cog in the top. That gives the speed. And that funnel will accept everything. So, as a test, Voila. Crushed copper ore. Got sidetracked there because obviously that had to set that up partially. I haven't done it completely. So we could get the quartz, a block of quartz to make breed the quartz and lapis bee together. So let's go back and do that. Quartz, lapis, and a bee jar. How are we doing for zinc and cobalt and aluminum? So where I'm at with this is I need some way to get the chunks out of here and onto this belt. So it might be a case of feeding this manually until such a time that we've caught up, if we ever catch up. And I also need a way of emptying this. So I think what I'm going to do off camera is connect XNet from here all the way back and upstairs into the house. There's no point doing that on camera, it's just a lot of digging and a lot of laying pipes. So this gets us our diamond bee, and after we get the diamond bee, we've already got a slimy bee, we can get the emerald bee. So I'll go and get the slime block. Oh, so there's our diamond bee. And we can go ahead and breed this now with the slimy bee to create the emerald bee. Right, so we actually need 2 diamond bees. We need to breed another one because the ghast bee turns the diamond bee into the netherite bee. And what is the ghast bee's flower? Crimson fungus. There's one. So close to that. So we need the fungus in here. Hopefully it plants. It does. That's always a good sign. We'll need the ghast bee. And then one of the diamond bees. Now it's currently still... Oh no, they're not still breeding. So let's do the quartz bee again. I mean the diamond bee. And we'll take this diamond... Oh, that's the emerald bee. Take this diamond bee with the ghast bee. Hopefully this ghast bee is not horrific. So that goes in the bottom of there. Then the ghast bee should pollinate it. I mean, you can see the bee there, look. It's trying to get to the flower. Might actually be able to get to it from there. It looks to me like the ghast bee is flinging flames out. Right, and there's the netherite bee. So, other bees that we're going to do is the lead bee, which is iron and icy. And we take that lead bee and we breed it with a water bee, and that is 4 seagrass. And then that gives us our silver bee. Now we have those bees, we can start with some alloy bees. First of all, we need to put the silver bee into the apiary and let him go, along with the lead bee. So we can go ahead and make our brass bee, zinc honeycomb, an empty bee jar, and 3 copper honeycomb blocks. So in the induction smelter, oh, take that out. So zinc, 1 bee jar, and 3 copper honeycomb blocks, and that will give us our brass bee. brass bee. For our bronze bee, we need 1 tin and 3 copper. Do we have a bronze bee? Don't think we do. So again, in the induction smelter, 1 tin, 3 copper, and an empty bee jar. And that gives us our bronze bee. The Constantan bee is a block of nickel, block of copper, honeycomb, nickel, copper, and an empty jar. Gives us our Constantan bee. Very similar to the bronze bee in colour. Our Electrum bee, we're going to have to wait for our new silver bee to get some combs in. Our Electrum bee should be a gold comb and a silver comb. Yep. Again, in the induction smelter gives us our Electrum bee. So I just need a few more silver. So silver, gold, empty jar gives us our Electrum bee. And our Invar bee is 1 nickel and 2 iron. So there's our Electrum bee. And 1 nickel honeycomb block, 2 iron gives us our Invar bee. Our Lumium bee is 2 glowstone, 1 silver, 3 tin. So 1 silver, 2 glowstone, 3 tin. And that gives us our Lumium bee. The only other bee that we can really make at the moment, which is of any use, is the ichor bee. That is made with liquid ichor, which is liquid slimy bee and blood. And then you take that liquid ichor bee, and the same as we did with the Cobalt bee, you take 500 millibuckets of it and pour it into an empty bee jar. But I need to go and find some more slimy bees. There's a few more bees we can do, but I'm going to need access to the end to get those. Mainly the obsidian bee, the end bee, and then that will allow us to make the enderium bee. But overall in this episode we've created the netherite, blaze bee, ghast bee, diamond, emerald bee, and then all these alloy bees from Lumium, Invar, Electrum, bronze, Constantan and brass. And not forgetting of course the ones that we've got in here, which are the lead, silver, I did redstone earlier, and then we did our diamond and emerald bees, which are in this apiary here. In the next episode we're going to attempt to finish this automating this. I've kind of done it. Well, partially. I mean, it is working. Currently using pretty pipes, but I'm not happy with it. And outputs, it's currently processing iron because I've almost run out. But we still need to get nuggets out of here. And oh, I forgot about nickel. Nickel's a byproduct of doing the iron. But yes, more centrifuges coming, most likely.